Welcome everyone. So today I'll discuss about the diagnosis of the cancer. How do we diagnose the cancer? So once the symptom or the screening test suggests the cancer, we need to do a battery of tests to confirm the diagnosis. So these tests includes the blood test, the urine test, and any body fluid which is involved. Apart from that, very important is that some tumor, they secrete some particular material like PSA for prostate and all that. These are called as the tumor markers. So tumor markers can be done by blood test. So it is very important. Then next comes the imaging. In the imaging, baseline imaging is done by X-rays and ultrasound. Then specific imaging by mammography, CT scans and MRI scans. CT and MRI can be plain or contrast depending upon the tumor. Some tumors are very well delineated on plane itself, and some tumors we need to give the contrast so as to delineate them well. So once we make the diagnosis that there is some tumor in certain part of the body, we need to confirm that whether it is a benign or malignant. So for that we need to do biopsy. Now here I need to clarify one myth that some people think that biopsy will spread the tumor. No, not at all, because biopsy is done by very efficient and the skilled people, and the chances of spilling is almost negligible, and it is very safe. And on the more, it is very important for us to find out what type of tumor we are dealing with, how aggressive the tumor is, and to make us the further plan of treatment. It is very important. So biopsy can be done in many ways. First is FNAC. FNAC is just a fine needle aspiration cytology. It is just a single needle will just put in some superficial lumps or some neck nodes and take out some material and send for pathology. This sometimes doesn't get the clear picture because the material is very small. So then we have to go for the true cut biopsy. So apart from that, any tubular structures in the body like our esophagus, our stomach, all those things we need to do endoscopic biopsies, and many other scopic biopsies like for bronchus we need to do bronchoscopy biopsy, for larynx we need to do laryngoscopic biopsy, for rectum and colon colonoscopy biopsy, and apart from that bladder we do cystoscopy biopsy. So there are so many types of biopsies can be done. Sometimes we need to go for the surgical biopsies. Surgical biopsy can be incisional or excisional. Incisional, we can just take out the piece of the tumor and send for histopathology, whereas the excisional you will have to take out whole tumor along with the lymph nodes, and then it is sent for the biopsy. So once the biopsy is done and the confirmation has come, then we have to stage the disease. For staging, again staging is very important factor, and there is a very efficient test available nowadays which we call this as PET. PET will show us any metastasis or any tumor from head to toe in the single shot. In the PET we need to inject a very short-lived nuclear radioactive substance, which the idea behind that is that it is very short-lived and it goes and deposits into the very higher metabolic rate cells, which basically the cancer cells has the metabolic rate higher than the normal cells. So these radioactive material, it goes and gets deposited in that particular cancer cells or the metastatic cells, and it makes it very easy to detect that. So once we detect the stage, once we detect the metastasis, we are there to form the stage. Now there are broadly there are 4 stages of cancer. Stage 1, in this very small tumor is there, which is confined to the organ of origin. Then stage 2, when the tumor comes out of the organ and goes into the surrounding lymph nodes. Stage 3, when it goes into the neighboring structures or the neighboring organs. And stage 4, when it comes out and goes to the distant organs. Distant organs means, like suppose a pelvic tumor, it goes to the liver or lung or brain. It is counted as the metastasis and it comes in stage 4. So once we do the staging, then we need to, it is easier for us to go for to select the goal of the treatment, that whether it is curative treatment or it is just for control or it is a palliation or the supportive treatment. So this is how we diagnose the tumor and we form the particular, like how to go about for the treatment. So with this in this episode I conclude with this, and next episode I will be talking about the treatment of the disease. And keep watching for more information, and subscribe and share the channel. Thank you.